to making it public. Attorney General Merrick Garland yesterday asked that the warrant be unsealed, an unusual step, but one Garland said was in part prompted by substantial public interest.
Correspondent Sagar Magani, FBI agents took around 20 boxes of items, binders of photos, handwritten notes, and the executive grant of clemency for Mr. Trump's ally, Roger Stone. A list of items removed from the property shows also included in the list was information about the president of France. Agents who executed the arrest the warrant did so to investigate potential crimes associated with the Espionage Act and an obstruction of the law. Donald Trump released a statement today saying he declassified all of the documents shortly before leaving office. Democrats have passed what they call a landmark bill that aims to fight climate change and inflation at the same time. It also aims to rein in some prescription drug costs.
Republicans argue the bill is a progressive spending fever dream that will raise taxes on families. Minority Whip Steve Scalise.
The IRS agents will be getting about $20 billion in new taxes from people making less than $400,000.
But Democrats say it'll make health care more affordable and take aim at climate change. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
How can you vote with pharma at the cost of America's seniors, America's working families? How can you vote against protecting future generations from rising sea levels, raging wildfires, and crippling drought?
Correspondent Steve Dorsey, Republicans argue the bill is a progressive spending fever dream that will raise taxes on families. Minority Whip Steve Scalise said that earlier today. The polio virus has been detected in New York City.
Dr. Dave Barma of Weill Cornell Medical Center tells Newsline with Bridget Quinn that we can think of this the same way we think of COVID. People may not have symptoms.
The same is true with polio. So when you're detecting it in the sewage, it means that there are probably a lot of people who actually have this infection but haven't developed a severe illness like paralysis from it.
If contracted, there are dangers.
Either they themselves could develop it or that they could spread it to somebody else who, if they're unvaccinated, would be at risk for getting paralysis.
City officials are urging families to get their children vaccinated, and adults who haven't gotten the shot should do so to avoid serious medical repercussions. Juliette Papa, 1010 Wins News.
What's in a name? The World Health Organization is planning to rename monkeypox after some critics raised concerns the name could have racist connotations. Monkeypox was first named in 1958 when research monkeys in Denmark were observed to have a pox-like disease, although they are not thought to be the animal reservoir. The WHO says it's also opening a way for the public to suggest new names for monkeypox, but did not say when any new name would be announced. To date, there have been more than 31,000 cases of monkeypox globally. In the U.S., the CDC reporting there are just over 10,700 cases. Over 2,000 of those cases are here in New York City. The U.S. says an in-person summit is being worked out between President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping.
The White House says the president and his Chinese counterpart agreed in their recent phone call to have their teams work toward a face-to-face meeting. No dates or locations have been announced, but Mr. Biden is expected to travel to the Indo-Pacific this fall for the G20 summit in Indonesia. The U.S. says China hasn't ended its military harassment of Taiwan following Nancy Pelosi's recent visit. In fact, the White House expects the intensified pressure campaign to continue over the coming weeks and months.
Correspondent Stephen Portnoy, Mount Sinai Health System began an effort this week to build a vast database of patients' genetic information. Details coming up.
America's leading internet providers just got even faster. Switch to Spectrum Internet, and you now get starting speeds of up to 300 megabits per second. Faster speeds for streaming, faster speeds for gaming, faster speeds for working or learning, all with 99.9% network reliability. So no matter what you do online, you can do it better, safer, and now even faster with Spectrum Internet. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Based on internet subscribers among top ISPs, speeds may vary. Restrictions apply.
Make your money go further and work harder with a certified financial planner from Facet Wealth. Inflation, interest rates, stock market changes, home prices. Every advisor at Facet is a certified financial planner and fiduciary, and they're legally bound to do what's in your best interest. Facet has a simple flat fee. There are no commissions. Call 888-598-3893 for 2 months free off your first year of financial planning. That's 888-598-3893. Try FacetWealth.com. Facet Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. This is not an offer to buy or sell securities, nor is it investment, legal, or tax advice.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high commission investments.